Greetings and welcome to another weekly vault video with me, Treggyz. And clearly, I've made the correct choice. Right? Right, everybody? Right? You might not agree with me on that, but maybe you'll agree with me on my vaults, huh? Got quite a few done. Didn't do quite as much as last week, but it was a little less incentive to just like sit and do like mass, dungeons on every character. But I still got, pretty good stuff on everybody. Most every of my characters actually got a 10 last week at the very least. Ooh. Well. I was gonna say, hopefully I get something really interesting in this vault. And, I'm pretty sure I just, I want to say I just go right away for the sack brood because I'm already wearing one, but I don't know. Maybe I don't just go right for it. And I am. Like, the only other thing that would have been even, like, I literally got 3 freaking mythic trinkets, huh? 4 mythic trinkets, but, like, tank one, tank damage one, kind of weird one, really good one, just all around, so I will just go for that. I am happy to start off the video with a sack brood. And also I figure, last week in my video, although I race changed to an Evoker, I never actually customized my Visage form or showed it off, so I need to go farm some crest now. Damn. Oh well. It's acceptable compromise. So, Purple Dragon has the purple everything going on, apparently. I'll go back to being a smooth lizard, but for today, I wanna have the Wrath, or the 20th anniversary Wrath set on. So, hi Raven, you're jumping in the video very early. But anyway, let us continue, shall we? Just want to take another second to thank everyone for subscribing over the last few weeks, and thank anyone who's stayed subscribed, hoping to maybe hit 250 by the end of the year. And funny fact I learned playing around with my YouTube analytics on my phone, apparently I have 6,000 returning viewers, but I think it's mainly people who like watch short videos. So if I have that many people who watch my stuff regularly enough to be considered a returning viewer, why not help me out by hitting that subscribe button or something, right? Right? Anyway. Okay, good. I opened my vault last week as tank spec, and I kind of regretted it, so didn't want to do the same thing again. Yeah. Very nice statted cloak or tier chest on the myth track, I think. Sucks because I did just sort of upgrade this chest piece the other day. Should have held off maybe, but at the same time I could just like be okay with that and get a really good cloak. Could also just do this to double check. It also seems that my transmitter in this vault rolled leech. The unfortunate thing is I'm not gonna pick it on this character. Although I am a staunch supporter of transmitter. It's a little weird, but as soon as you get used to it, it's a really damn good trinket. Just not too sure it'd be all that great for a tank, though. Especially a tank that doesn't really care much for leech. The strength would be awesome, the on-use is awesome, but the passive stat is not all that great for blood nowadays, I would suspect. Still waiting for my sim to finish on my other monitor, but I'm really tempted to just pick the cloak, because again, it's like this is probably essentially my best in slot cloak, probably for this character for the patch. It's good for both frost and blood. It's obviously really good for blood. It'll be a myth track cloak, which, like, sure, maybe not exactly the highest demand slot, but, you know, may as well still get, like, just good piece for it, right? At least that'd be my thought. Tier chest is also a really good choice as well. It's just, you know, I figure, like, I will still eventually get, like, a good chest eventually that I'll just twist, and, you know, it doesn't really matter. There might even be a world where, you know, very soon I'll be doing Mythic Raid very reliably, and I don't know which boss drops a chest. So there's just maybe a good chance I could get chest anyway. Okay, it's come from Brood Twister, which even my weekend cutting edge guild hasn't killed yet, so maybe not so soon, but you know. Although honestly, even just talking about it there for a second, it's like, well, but at the same time, chest. Maybe I don't get a mythic chest right away from raid, so maybe chest would be better. Maybe I'll just get a cloak and a future vault. What I should have done, actually, maybe, is I should have looked and seen, what did cloaks catalyze into for DK? Verse Mastery. It's not that bad either. It's kind of a tough choice, actually, now that I think about it. Like, tier chest, like, they're both really good. I think they're both, like, kind of equal in my mind. It's, like, really nice statted cloak versus just myth tier chest, you know? It's hard for me to decide. And I feel like my sim is taking longer than I want it to. I kind of talked myself out of it. I think I'm just gonna go for the tier chest to kind of screw the sim. It's like it'll literally be something I just will not get rid of for the next however many months this season is going on for. So it doesn't seem like a bad idea in my mind. And I can actually go all out on a real chest enchant instead of the rank 2 that I settled for on this one, you know, like a month ago. It's gone. Disenchanted, that old one. Could honestly just do this as well. Fuck it. Full send on the chest. Very quickly went from probably not going to pick it to picking it and maxing it out right away. So, anyway, moving on. Trigarian. Again, all of my characters got a 10 actually, so I'm pretty looking forward to what I'm going to be getting in the future guys. Although a lot of these characters all only really did like a key. It was very kind of lazy last week, but you know. Hoping for big potential. Alright. Big vault. Big choice of maybe just one thing. As soon as it loads. Come on, wow, there we go. Weapon, which, man, I don't know, the Translung might be really interesting. No, let's not do that. Let's not do that at all. Yeah, champion tier hands to myth tier hands. I think that'll be a good upgrade. Not great for AUG, but, you know, it's not a big deal. Alright, short and sweet on the Evoker. Kind of not much to think about. That's like, essentially that's what I'll be doing on these next few characters, because that's like, it is really all I did on them. Like 110, maybe a delve slot or two. Alright. Big money, no whammies. Mastery crit ring. Mastery crit ring. Crit verse gloves. I don't necessarily know if I want that for, like, the only reason to take it is for eye level and, like, cheap, you know, one out of two rings being cheaper in the future. There is a world I maybe just go for the eye level upgrade on the hands, even though it's only champ to hero. Because it's not even like, well, you know, like, oh, maybe for Windwalker or something. Like, I mean, maybe for Mistweaver the ring's really good. But I'm pretty sure it isn't Mistweaver always just like haste and mastery, unless that's like an old maybe that's a different stat weight for a different expansion that's in my mind, but even if it was really good for Mistweaver, I don't think that'll like magically make me take it though, because I haven't really played any Mistweaver. No, actually, that's not even the case. I looked it up just to see, at least going off the Wowhead Mistweaver guide. It's mastery is their lowest desired stat, so I think this ring is kind of dead. Which is a real shame, but like doing that 10 last night was not worth it apparently. Sorry guys. It should have just done a single, you know, a single delve or two, because that's all I needed. Oh well. Okay, moving on. Got big hopes for the Pally. Got a sneaky little 10 in when I probably didn't deserve it, but after last week on this character, I'm pretty sure that like Blizzard wants me to play my Paladin. Getting a Sack Brood and the Surky Captain Neck or whatever. The sucky Captain Neck. Whatever you want to call the very rare neck from Raid. Myth tier legs, I assume? Yeah. Because everything else is veteran. Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't go for the neck, because obviously I got like the only neck I really need for the rest of the patch, unless I could somehow get a myth kill on this character, which I don't think is gonna happen, at least not anytime soon. So I think I just go right away for myth tier legs. I don't think I gotta think about it at all. There is transmog here though. Look at that, I could get bad transmog instead. Alright, looking good. Moving right along. Sadly, my Demon Hunter did not do a 10. It's my only character that didn't do a 10. I did want to try, but it was like too late last night to convince people to try to do a 10. Like, if I want to get a 10 done on this guy, I need to not only do some work beforehand on it, I think, because this character's still 600 2i level or some shit. It's a little too low in general for a 10, and then it's like trying to get it like carried through is a little. I try not to actually do that unless it's just like, you know, it seems alright. So I got a little late, little delve, you know. Oh, bro. Hey, I got a really good weapon, but like seeing a Sack Brood, a veteran Sack Brood in the vault is very like taunting, you know? I won't pick it, of course, but it's just like, damn, if only. Like if it would have been swapped, I would have been completely fine with taking that. You know, I got really good trinkets right now anyway. Actually, wait a second. I was gonna say, I'm wearing the wrong spyglass on this character. I thought I had a heroic one. I do. Let's not make that mistake again. But yeah, I'll just go for the weapon. That will make my my tanking. That'll be great for tanking. Something like that. I think I can maybe earn myself getting carried through a 10 as soon as I actually get rid of these this shitty pair of pants. This character's got like decent gear otherwise. Also the legs, or the cloak, whatever. Cloak and legs need to get replaced. Which I could probably just craft and get rid of them like that. Now, I know I've been ragging on transmog in the vault, but I actually did deliberately do stuff on this character for the sake of trying to get transmog, so... And I'll kind of just sort of say now that, like, for the most part, for any exciting loot from the vaults, you're kind of out of luck at this point, because the character only did, like, all LFR equivalent vaults, I'm pretty sure. Kind of starting my, the work early, because, like, even if the current warrior tier isn't all that great, like, appearance wise, I still want to try my best to collect all of it. So I essentially did everything possible to get as many veteran pieces to, you know, give myself a very good chance of getting all the things I need. So, because I enjoy the transmogging in this game, even if it isn't always the greatest. So I think I pick up these gloves, get the DK appearance or whatever, twist them, and then get the warrior appearance as well. Big transmog. Get like three appearances for the cost of one, because I will literally just twist it, get the warrior tier, upgrade it, and get the normal warrior tier at the same time. And the free DK tier for, you know, half a second as well. Oh, I don't have any more twists on this character. I would have sworn with the patch that they would have made it so we were getting a twist every week, but I guess not. So I guess that'll be a next week thing. I guess I'll just go start my weekly bullshit I like to do. Well, I tried my best to talk about anything notable for last week, which, like, I mean, there was notable stuff last week. We obviously got the 20th anniversary event patch and all the stuff associated with it. A bunch of the other stuff in the patch, which, like, it's not been quite the perfect rollout of it, huh? People who were, like, actually playing, like, Tuesday, Wednesday. I mean, honestly, a whole last week, like, there was lots of issues in raid and stuff with performance. Like, I remember in raid over, like, literally Tuesday night, like, I think the worst thing that happened so far was, like, literally just, like, the spells getting desynced terribly. I gotta go kill the other troll bosses this time. Look at the mount things going off. Look, let me just get free credit for a second. Yay! I was gonna say, I don't think I have that. Yeah. I'd not buy that one. That's all good. I still like the, you know, like the premise for the patch, but I still think Blizzard should have tried to work a little harder on, you know, rolling the patch out in a good way. You know, not breaking the game for... you know, for what is going to be a pretty notable moment for the game, 20th anniversary, and then it's like the game is, like, sort of unplayable for, you know, depending on what you're doing. Not very ideal. Kind of love how, like, just, like, even trying to do stuff around in the zone where, like, the anniversary is going off, and you can actually even see, like, people on your map, for instance. I'd have gotten a shot, tag, maybe, but probably not. Just because I didn't know it was actually the group was at Shaw. I knew it's like bugged out, but I'm going up there, but you know. Like this is like a tiny taste of like some of the shit that got broken last week with this patch. Even shit like that where like the world bosses won't even spawn in for a second despite us doing the thing right, you know. It's just been kind of like a weird week. Kind of like fun, you know, to like play around with the events, you know. Story time's kind of boring, you know, even if it kind of does highlight some, you know, interesting moments in the history of some of the story. They only did 3 of them though, which, you know, like I wasn't like expecting like a full synopsis of every expansion, but they could have maybe done like a story from every expansion, I think. Maybe flesh that out a little more. Transmog competition seems fine in my mind. It's like they literally just brought the, the actual, the transmog, like, queue, trial of style, whatever it's called. Bring it out into the open world, essentially, for this, open world area down here. Which is fine. The Mount Mania, Mount competition, also pretty fine. Although it is funny where it's like, it will sometimes just be like, man, everyone and their mom has this mount because it's like a very like generic ones. And then it'll just be like, oh, by the way, also here's a Swift Spectral Tiger that like maybe 2 people will have. Swift Zulian Tiger, 1 person will have it. Like, like it will just like bust out one like really old one, really obscure one. I've done pretty well though, and also like I think I've won. Technically won every single Mount Mania I've been in, right? Like, it's still like, get like 10, 12, like, I'm not gonna say I'm like the world's craziest mount collector, but, I still got quite a few. I did do a Blackrock Depths raid. I didn't do it on Heroic, because I just heard, like, when I was raiding it, it was Wednesday, and it was still just, like, apparently very overtuned. I only really did it on normal and Delafar, I guess, but like, who cares about Delafar? It's kind of cool to go back to like BRD and like kind of see some like reimagined bosses, like made with some modern day mechanics. Pretty alright. Good time in there. I guess I should talk about maybe being in a Grace changing my main warrior Treggyz, my namesake, to Dracthyr. Which, like, again, it's like, it was kind of memey to do it, but, like, literally got a friend of mine, like, literally was, like, going to pay for it, so it's like, if you're gonna get someone to do that, you may as well kind of just commit to it, right? And it's fine, like, for the moments being, Dracthyr is, like, really useful, like, getting the double, like, the glide to be able to, like, prevent knockbacks and stuff, like, super useful, like, doing Heroic Queen, like, and not having to, like, worry about running out at all. Like, usually I don't have to worry about it, because I can, like, cheese one of the pull-ins with Bladestorm. But, like, not having to worry about it at all, like, literally just a non-existent mechanic, especially, like, upstairs on the platforms, like awesome. Awesome as hell. But, admittedly, I did kill myself, in Raid, also being a Dracthyr, because I was, playing with Transmitter. Again, I love Transmitter a lot. I need to just get used to being a Dracthyr, and I can't just like spam the shit out of my spacebar anymore. Because I definitely killed myself on our Heroic Queen re-kill on the weekend. Because I got the jump minigame at the start of Phase 3, and I immediately sent myself off the edge into the center of the boss room. Calm down, Raven. I'll let you come up. Fine. So, Dracthyr, very good for the things that it's good at, but gotta get used to that glide. It's not quite automatic, and I'm gonna die. Like, I would recommend, overall, like if you can race change to a Dracthyr and you don't care about, like, the, appearance and all, I think it's totally worth it. Like, the glide is, like, it's, like, an immeasurable amount of value brought, like, just being able to immune knockbacks, essentially, is just, like, you can't, yes, technically it'll be, like, maybe a worse performing race or whatever compared to, like, your standard dwarves, your Taurens, right, whatever, Void Elves that, like, Mechanomes that, like, technically do the best or something, right? By, like, maybe an extra 1,000 DPS on your class. But, like, if you could avoid something that kills you, like a knockback or a pull-in, right, every time without having to think about it, like, that's kind of just, like, you can't, like, put a DPS gain on that. So, I would very much recommend, if you can, give it a try. Maybe level, like a low-level Dracthyr, Rogue, or whatever, Hunter, whatever you can play. Maybe give it a try, see if you like it. kind of think that's all from me. I don't really know if I have anything else to talk about. At least like nothing else that's like pressing, jumping out at me. At least nothing I remember about last week. Besides like buggy patch, anniversary event, time walking, BRD. Yeah, I think that's it for me. So I will let everybody go. Thank you again for watching. Please, got my dog going off in the background. Maybe it's a good time to stop. And maybe consider subscribing if you're not subscribed. If you even made it to this point in the video. And I also look at those analytics too, and it's like, you know, just like a slow, steady decline in people still watching the video as it goes on. So it's okay, I understand. But I will catch everyone around very soon if you watch my streams. And if you don't watch my streams, then I'll be back next week for another Vault video. So I'll hopefully catch you then. Thank you guys again for watching. Later, guys.